Hello everyone. Back again for another challenge. This time we're going to be playing Modern. We ended up getting ninth in the Standard Challenge, which is a little unfortunate. Just had the I think the second or third best breakers at 4 and 2. It really not bad with a deck that we, for the most part, just started picked up and played a few times earlier that week and still almost turned it into a challenge top 8. Unfortunately, didn't open up anything really good except for a bunch of play points. So technically the treasure chest made money, but just very slightly. But today we are going to be playing Modern. Have not really touched the Modern format since the regional championship. Haven't even really kept tabs either. It's just been kind of all about Standard, as we kind of see on the channel here. But, we're just going to go jump in playing the best deck in the format, a deck that we have a little bit of experience with, and we'll see if we can kind of use what we learned months ago to hopefully carry ourselves and just have a winning record. So the normal stuff for Boros Energy, Ocelot Pride, Guide of Souls stuff going on here. Guide of Souls gaining you a life and energy when a creature enters, and then also having the upside of whenever you attack, being able to pay 3 energy to put +1/+1 counters on your creatures and give them flying counters. Also end up becoming angels. Ocelot Pride, whenever you gain life, you make a 1/1 cat, and if you have the city's blessing, you double each token that you made this turn. Galvanic Discharges, Ragavan Nimble Pilfers, kind of the standard stuff here. Thraben Charms, Voice of Victory has been a solid staple of the deck for a long time at this point, really since a little bit after the release of Tarkir Dragonstorm. 3 Goblin Bombardments, 4 Ajani Nakatl Pariah, 2 Blood Moon, 1 Ranger Captain of Eos. I believe, at least from just taking a quick glance at the metagame here, obviously there's some other decks that you can kind of hose with Ranger Captain of Eos, but this one I think goes a lot to the Storm decks, where Storm just seems to be the second most popular deck. You can stop your opponents from casting non-creature spells this turn, and just in general making life very difficult for them, so that's something that we have to try very hard to keep in mind. 2 Blood Moon, with all the Eldrazi decks and all the other Tron-esque style of decks. Blood Moon very early on can just kill our opponent. We can turn to it with a Ragavan. We have 4 Flage Titan of Fire's Fury and 3 Seasoned Pyromancer. Overall, I think this deck is pretty stock. Maybe playing one more Thraben Charm than the deck normally does, but I can turn these lights on so I can actually see. But that's essentially what we're looking at. Sideboard, we see Wrath of Skies, Clarion Conqueror, High Noon, Containment Priest, Celestial Purges, Orm's Chant, 2 Obsidian Charmaw, and then some Wear and Tears as well. As I believe there was Damping Sphere, Ghost Vacuum, and a Surgical Extraction to round out our sideboard cards here. Oh, found my mouse. Really sucks being as young as I am and just feeling like an old man. But that's what we have to look forward to. We're going to take that away here. And we're just going to sit here and wait. We have less than a minute before the event starts. So, that's where we're going to be at. We're just going to be chilling, hanging out, as we always do. So if you are hanging out with us tonight, I do appreciate it, as we are going to try to do the Modern thing. And like I said, just kind of get back into the format. It looks like we have 51 players this time, as we talked about with the other 32 challenge that we played the other day. Ideally for us to break even, well, not even break even, to really come out ahead, is to get 16th through 9th, which gets us our play points back, plus 100, 10 qualifier points, and 10 treasure chests. Really, we're hoping that we can top 8 and get to and win our quarterfinal. That way we can get our 30 Magic Championship Series QPs for Season 1, which will give us the 40 that we need to get into one of those premier events to potentially qualify for, I believe it's the Magic Online Championship Series, and of course we end up getting just a bunch of chests and stuff too. Obviously, winning is goal number 1, but I will not shoot that high. But, again, I'm not going to say that we got lucky, but, we kind of crushed it the other night with the mono green deck that we really just picked up literally a few days ago and almost made a top 8. So, here's hoping that we can kind of have some of the same success here. Still not getting the wins on the die roll, but, we actually lost the one game that we were on the play. So, it's unfortunate. Find some good music to put on just so I kind of jam out. Just waiting on our opponent here. Presumably choose to be on a draw. Or presumably they'll choose to be on the play. Moto. See if we can. So their last thing was Titan. A bunch of Titan, and is it Lessons Finish? That was like a week ago. Exactly a week ago. So I'll kind of assume that's the same thing if we ever get our opponent in. But if they're playing Amulet Titan, there's a pretty good chance they're not going to need all this time. Roll three. I'll roll a 2. They rolled a 3. So very exciting. Waiting for the first minute and a half of this challenge to start here. All right, so so that does work. I just don't have any friends. All right, so they choose to keep with 7 cards in hand. That's not what I want to do. I want to switch back to mine. Okay, so we have Pride, Guide of Souls, and we have Goblin Bombardment. I'm assuming that we're supposed to keep this hand. I mean, like, this is just in generally good, just against, like, Titan. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. So we want to go get Sacred Foundry with this. Our encampment will come into play untapped. We're going to be able to go Ocelot Pride into... so they're almost assuredly Titan. Yeah, this confirms that they are Titan. Well, get Sacred Foundry, untap, lead on Pride, pass the turn, and let our opponent do their thing. We'll have one more turn, so we could potentially draw like Thraben Charm. I think Thraben Charm deals with... I can't remember exactly what the Thraben Charm, destroy target enchantment, so there's Dryad Arbor. Do we go attack? I mean, our opponent's almost assuredly not blocking, but this gives them the opportunity to do so. Make sure I just don't blow through combat here. So we could go Bombardment. I don't think there's any reason to hold on to Discharge. I mean, we could just go like Encampment, Guide of Souls, and then do that. I don't like that. Oh. 1 energy. Pass the turn, and our opponent's going to get to go crazy anyway. We needed the other white 2-mana card. So you go and get that. They play a bounce land. They go up to 5 mana, 6 mana. Breeding Pool goes and gets Titan, or that's 6 mana. They can either, okay, or this. That gets them to 6 mana. Or 7 mana, you know. Transmute Talaria West, or is this just a weird way of doing Titan stuff? Oh, stock up? They don't have any land. I guess if they have... The interesting thing is if they have... oh, what's it? The Arboreal Grazer, then they can kind of do some crazy things. Yeah. So that, go and copy the Lotus Field, end up making more mana. Yeah, so I'm assuming that... Okay, this is just Titan. Yeah, Mirror Pool. Boy, this is a lot of fun. I did not miss this. I did not miss getting Titaned. So transmute, go get Summoner's Pact. Summoner's Pact, go get Aftermath Analyst. Analyst, mill. Yeah, and they have bounce land, so they can go get... Yeah. Good enough for me. We're not going to necessarily make them go through and play it just because that would be extremely annoying. Black or red permanent is not this. For non-token, yes, that's non-token. Oh, my opponent has disconnected. Deja vu. I feel like I have been here before. This is a certified deja vu moment. Man, so it's so weird because I feel like Ragavan is like good, but at the same time, it's like terrible. It's like bad. So if they go on, what's it? Then they end up just kind of like stonewalling Ragavan, and we're sad. But of course, like if they just don't have a way to actually deal with the Ragavan, then they're pretty far behind. Probably want those. Land that could produce colorless, destroy non-basic land. I just don't think Obsidian Charmel is worth it. Wrath of the Sky is not worth it. Activate abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers. So that's not it. I guess they technically could cast multiple spells, but I also feel like that'd be the same reason for bringing Surgical into every single matchup. Is just because you can. Is that... No, because that's like a way that we get fast kills. I think we probably want to worry about... Famous words, probably wrong, but... Alright, I mean... It seems pretty good. We have a way to destroy a, what's it? An amulet. We destroy an amulet, and we have a way to destroy a Urza Saga. Alright, so if I don't do this now, I wonder if I just like Thraben Charm their land, and then if they just have like another one, I can. I think I want to get rid of that. Oh no, I feel like I have to. Probably with the probably with the third land not guaranteed, it's not worth it to like be greedy. One color. Grazer. Probably just put lands into play. Do they just have like debating on putting a bounce land into play? Yeah, pick up Vestige. Really awkward having all 2 drops. Kill that. Attack. Let's go and make another cat. Vestige, so they have 3 mana. Spelunking, cool. The amount of redundancy that this deck has is absolutely criminal. Probably just want to find the other land. I think I want to double spell. No. I mean, I guess I technically can double spell. Hmm. 4 mana. I think I just want to do a Johnny 3, 6. Let's go 7, 8, 9. So yeah, I think that's worth doing it. All right, don't kill me, opponent. Our opponent is uber dead on their next turn. Surveil 1. All right, well, they've F6, so... I was gonna say, like, I didn't make my opponent play it out for quality of life purposes, and then they were gonna make me play it out. You'd be a sick person, but thankfully they didn't make us do it. I wonder, Ranger can't. Is Ranger better than Full Age? Like, so in my mind, like, I could technically play a Ranger, but it's just not. That doesn't sound good. Red Orange Chant. Stopping them from casting a spell and making their creatures not be able to attack. Is Ghost Vacuum is probably better on the. It's probably better on the draw. I don't surgical. Actually, I wonder. This probably should have been the first one to come out. Take these out. Casting one spell. Do they really cast more than one spell? I don't. I guess they could like chain like cast, but they just end up doing like the. I just don't know if Obsidian Charma. All right. So this one is interesting. They molded a 6. The thing that's interesting is obviously we have, I think Ormschant probably ends up being like the worst card we have. Obsidian Charma's probably fine. Hey, what's up, Andrew? How's it going? Oh man, I can't wait to play so badly with this. So we have like Guide of Souls. We're not generating any energy. We have a Charmaw to interact with some of their lands. We said they're playing like a decent amount of colorless lands. So I wonder if just playing like Guide of Souls on one. Sorry, like trying to find third land. I don't know. This is probably a mulligan. Really don't like the look of that. Our opponent's probably keeping. When we did tank for a while, I'm assuming that they're just probably trying to think of what their card is. We have like 1,000,000,000 times. I probably should bring up chat on my other screen. I'm alright. Probably going to crash out in like 10 seconds when we get absolutely, as the kids say, mogged by the Amulet Titan deck, but I'm alright. Look, Andrew, I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't know any of the matchups with this deck. I took a basic sabbatical of the modern format because I just wanted to get more into standard and basically like kind of burnt myself out on modern. So it's probably we should have maybe considered keeping that first hand, but the fact that they like led on basically 2 sources that don't tap for colorless mana makes me feel okay. Not when they play Aftermath Analyst, though. Besage, Growth Chamber. Gross. I have mold this versus Titan. The 6-card hand, I assume. Yeah, so probably just smarter to have went to 5. I guess I could see it, yeah. 5. So all just goes back to my disdain of the Titan deck. Sack this, do your thing. Is anything fast enough against Titan? Aside from playing Storm, because I already know my peanut brain is not good enough for that. Titans, and they have like another Lotus Field in the... Oh no, yeah, Vestige, sure. And then they can just go get the Lotus Field in the whatever. Very clearly spoiled with our first hand, or our 7 card hand in game 2, where we just had like all the interaction plus like pride. Guess I do that. That makes a lot more sense, Dakota. Float blue mana, trample. Oh shit. I don't think it matters if we go. No, that wouldn't make any sense. Is there anything that we can do against this? They have the whatever Otawara in hand. We can go Guide will gain us a life, then a Johnny will gain us 2. Do we have to give the Ragavan flying? And just make a bunch of dudes. Where's Gutshot when you need it? This goes another 2, 7. So I attack with Pride. I just probably put counters on these 2 things. Yes. What if I go here? I go to 22. They're probably just going to be able to do enough, right? So they have 7 cards in hand. One of them's Otawara. I don't think going up to 22 from 20 is necessarily going to matter. It's still just 2 Titans. Or just making another Titan to 18. 18, 24, 5, what's it, 22, yeah, so. Get some life. We get an amulet. Smack my microphone around. So we get to make a decent amount of dudes, we gain a ton of life. But we steal an amulet from them. I'm sure they probably still have enough to do whatever. Wow. Alright, so at least our opponent's thinking about it. Hmm? Oh, sure, yeah. So it puts me to 14. So, like, mirror pool. Oh, so it's 12. I go to 14. I don't think there's any reason to block with cats. Well, I guess I can transform a Johnny. What Aurora blocks or bounces planeswalkers anyway, so. So do they. I'm assuming if they have enough stuff so they can Summoner's Pact, go do Primeval Titan. Are they just going to make infinite Titans then post-combat? So I'm just going to assume that they technically can't kill us here. They could just probably do enough to like make infinite Titans. But I mean, okay. So Order they just loop and they can balance my whole board. Well, play the clown music, kids. Do 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 do. So then float mana with these. They had a growth chamber bounce back. I mean, the fact that it's taken them so long to go through this, we could probably just win on time. Watch this for a second. I can end up messing with some things too. Look at that. I can get work done. Go ahead, you can do Titan things. Oh, come on. Look at that. Let's let our opponent do their thing. It's gonna bounce our whole board. I think our opponent probably has enough time. Look at that. Now we don't have to stare at the full screen of them doing it. So they like go through this loop. They can make infinite Titans and bounce our board. Because technically beside all of our non-basic lands at a certain point. Oh. And bounce that enough. I mean, I can only imagine they stop at like a certain point. Honestly, Arena and these treasure tokens are a pretty big game. So we have 5 mana we have access to. Whenever you are ready, opponent, to stop making Titans, please. Anytime would be perfect. So our opponent is starting to get a little bit faster going through it. Like they're only spending a minute to like bounce a permanent and then also make a Titan. Which is like, this could also just be like make 4 Titans. You could just make like a 5th one. Our opponent actually goes through with sack lands. Yeah, maybe they're just like content with 4 Titans and it's just like Otawara our board. I don't know if they're going to necessarily keep going with that. Oh well. I don't think I like that as much as just having like my actual... There we go. Let our opponent do their thing. Give them some privacy. See, like at this point, 5 Titans is probably enough. Transmute, Summoner's Pact. Summoner's Pact, I'm assuming going, oh, Grazer. Crumbling Vestige, okay. Suppose our opponent's just taking, like, these game actions. They're... Yeah, I just don't quite understand. Sheesh. Yeah, don't count down my time. I've resigned to my fate. Moto, please. Should just make people play it off from now on. Possibly could have just won on time alone. Five matches left, so 4 past mine. Alright. Titan, like, I don't even know if you either have things to search or if you just decline to search that. Nope. Yeah, so just go and get Otawara. Thank you, opponent. Yeah, that was stupid. All around, that was stupid. Five. Or the Ajani. Yeah, our opponent did just enough. Or I don't even know if I have like technically enough toughness to like put in the way of things. I'm gonna assume not. A 6. All right. Yep. That's what I thought. Just a little short. Actually, if I would have went the other way too, it would have been 2. Not too late. I would have only been up to 4. Oh well. That's a little. That sucks. Steam here. What games do we have that we can just kind of kill some time? Because I don't want to necessarily get into League. I don't want to really like double queue because I've done that plenty of times before and it gets old. I don't think I have the mental capacity nor probably the skill to play this Boros energy deck with multiple master duel. That's 22. That's probably why. Oh, update queued on Arena, I suppose. Might as well update some Arena. Maybe we can do an Arena draft. So we have Resident Evil, Stardew Valley. All right, computer, let's see what you do. Okay, perfect. Yes, I would like you to open up, please. Thank you. Finish doing the actual update thing. Hollywood and Dead in Mansfield. Oh, man, it's honestly kind of crazy. Ooh, shoot. Shoot. Come on, Arena, help me out. Yep, Strixhaven cards. I will claim my 1-pack. Banned historic cards. Pretty sure I don't own any of those. Tells you how long it's been since I've been on Arena. Ashley's Command, Flame Breeder. Clips persist. Take whatever freebies you can get. Can I just open them, please? Because I mean, I'm not going to care about like the overwhelming majority of any of these cards. Ooh, but that's pretty good. That's probably the best card in the pack. Is a rare wild card. We need to play spells. Alright. Twist my arm. Got 2 matches left. Studio mode for the time being, so I can actually potentially read my little ticker thing. That'd be sweet. Sure. Just need to play lands. Casting red spells also works too. Please, opponent, please. Chill out, play some mono red and standard because I don't really have a standard deck queued up for. Perfect. Deal damage to our opponent, and then we get to go up to 2 speed. Let's go. Portico tapped. They play like a 1 thing. We just kill this, get it out of the way. Oh, gross. Paw Patch Recruit. Paw Patch Recruit. Oh. So we just attack with everything. See what we do with the burn spell. See what they do. Discount to exile the top card of your library. I mean, give me a land, please, dealer. All right. Exile a 5-drop. Go ahead. Some plus 1 counter at each inch of the battlefield this turn. Do it, create 3/1/1. Sure, you can make a 5/5. Do that. Get a double strike counter on this. It's like double up on the Bastronaut. Come on, come on. 30 seconds left. Our opponent might just all right. Imagine that game is virtually done here. Let's get to round 2. Still can only win 1 die roll. Keep this. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Alright, that opponent's still not doing anything. Tormod's Crypt. Alright, so just make 3 1/1s and have a Welding Jar and a Tormod's Crypt. That is fine. I wonder, do I play Ocelot Pride? Because this is probably Cannoneer follow-up. Do I kill a drone? I wonder if there's actually enough arguments where I just like kill a drone, force them to either sack a Welding Jar, have that die, and they have to have like thing play, which is probably very likely they do. Oh, it is my turn. Okay. Let's go Hired Claw, Hired Claw. Attack, they gain life. Oh, because they have Shelter by Ghost? Yeah, I think we lose. Cast as many spells as we can. Weapons Manufacturing. So I had land Weapons Manufacturing, Tormod's Crypt. Alright, so their proverbial balls are on the table. And we get into hit. Good thing. Just can never rely on Flage for the entire rest of the game, though. Let's see what our opponent has on top. Non-token artifact, you say. No blocks. And then we can close arena. Let our opponent do their thing. Oh, of course. Of course, of course. Currently only have 4 damage, but that is wild, man. I'm assuming at least maybe potentially forces like the crack, and they have to get rid of like these two, but then they flip a Johnny. We get to deal 2 to them. I actually might want to get rid of the. Well, no, because then they just have enough artifacts anyway. Plus, I guess if they crack it, they just completely nuke their own board. So I wonder if. So I go and like sack a cat to deal 1 to them. They probably crack this. Again, but like if they wipe their own board, we're pretty far ahead, especially with what we have here. Our opponents just. I feel like their hand just ended up being like super weird / awkward. Sure, so I guess regenerate and then crack this. They leave a drone around. They try to kill some things. So they do that. They blow everything else up. Yes, I would love to use a Johnny's ability. So now they, I guess they do it now. They get rid of a Johnny, but then they leave these 2 things around. Make a cat. If I go Dome U, that's 3. They go to 7. Yeah, I think just forcing them to have to like crack it. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it'd be 1 cat, so it'd be 2. Which I think I just throw this at them. Right? It's like I have enough damage here. I think if I just go to my end step and then let the thing trigger. Yeah, I just go to the end step because then I make one and then double these and then I just have enough things to throw at them. Yeah. All right. Affinity. Red or black permanent. The thing just comes down too early. Surgical. This other graveyard, no. Think maybe these activated abilities, artifacts, creatures. I wonder if Raven Charm, destroy an enchantment, exile any number of target players' graveyards, twice damage equal number of creatures you control. I'm assuming that this is just a game where we race. So we'll do that. We got 2 games to figure it out. What in the holy hell is this? Would love it if our opponent mulliganed to 6. Keeps a 7. So, guess this gets us to flipped a Johnny. Is that even good enough? They're keeping 7, so they're probably bound to be able to do something busted. So let's keep. I think it just ends up virtually being the same hand, just plus a Guide of Souls. Yeah, maybe that's also a mold of 5, but also the fact that we're on the draw, maybe. Alright, so it's just Tormod's Crypt. Bauble. Doing like Emery stuff? No, Bauble. So 2 mana. Oh, there's Emery. And they have Bauble. All right, actually, yeah, would probably love to draw Ocelot Pride. Well, probably Charm first, then the cat, because then we can just play out Guide of Souls and the Ocelot Pride. Man, and they're gonna get to draw a bunch of extra cards, access to like 3 mana. Just cast this. Oh, and they didn't cast the Bauble from their graveyard. Well, I said I wanted an Ocelot Pride, so I guess I can't be upset. My man! Don't have any other reason to necessarily use the energy. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, because I'm stupid. So this is now 6 permanents. Oh, well, I guess. I mean, either way. Down to like 2. Yeah, 4. Yeah, that sucks. So we miss out on 3 damage attacking with the Guide of Souls and then potentially more damage with these other flyers. Which get infinitely more annoying now that our opponent has Pinnacle Emissary. And if we make these flyers, then their drones can block them. I just gotta make even more drones. Claw of Gix. Alright. So Bauble, and they get another drone. And I mean, we, like, for the most part, just outrace. I mean, maybe not out necessarily outrace, but assuming they can't really interact. I mean, really, the Ocelot Pride here is going to put in a lot of work. Arcbound Ravager. All right, well, never mind. It's a lot of damage by the Arcbound Ravager. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. They sack their whole board. Four. All right, so 6, 7, 8, 9. So I got down to 8. Look at my card. Gives you an extra card. All right. Go absolutely insane if we draw another Ocelot Pride. Ragavan doesn't necessarily count. Cast it regularly. Wrath of the Skies would indeed go hard right now. Also, sick name, Tide Pod Regent. Actually, block and then sack to Ravager. All right, make a ton of dudes. Gain a bunch of life. And then if our opponent can't kill us, we win next turn. Which they can get back Bauble, so they can cast their thing on like the adventure or whatever. Play Bauble, make 2 more. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 counters. Ooh. They have like another one. X equals 1. That goes pretty hard on this board. That goes incredibly hard, disrespectfully hard. And yeah, I can't flip this either, because if I do, then our opponent will just kill it. So we can go down to 14. Transforms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to go to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Bauble drawing an extra card has been absolutely brutal. Not gonna lie. Currently can only block 2 things. So I get to draw a card. Seasoned Pyromancer. What if we went play Bombardment, sack a cat, deal a damage to a drone, flip, create a token, dome them, that puts them to 4, 5, 10. We sack another one, then they take 5. I don't want to attack with this 2 power one. Oh, that really wouldn't matter. I wonder if we Bombardment, we tag a, try to hit this Arcbound Ravager, so we like throw it, flip, make 1, it's 5 damage. They have to sack 3, 4 artifacts to let it live. $14, yeah, because we're still short. Or if we put, somehow putting counters on all of our things better. So we sack, hit them, flip, 3, 5, 7. But they can block this. Chump chump. Then they take 3. I wonder if it's like shoot down a drone. They can gain a life too. If it's like sack, shoot Emery, flip, kill this, shoot Emery. They sack this. We're down 2 cats. Interesting. Transform. Yeah, shoot this. 10. This is 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, but that all has to go face. Let's get rid of the Emery, cut them off of drawing even more cards. Still don't think they can win. Attack. Let's say it's one less artifact. Yeah, it probably just took too long on that turn as a whole. Them having engineer explosive on 1 was absolutely brutal. Saga, yep. Just cast the thing from its warp. Yeah. So they make another one. They have like another artifact they can cast. Lava Spur Boots. Equipped creature gets haste. 7, 10, 16. Still just not enough things for them to kill me. Wonder if they're debating on equipping it to something. I guess it partially won't matter because this cat being a 5/5 is uber annoying. Oh. So they have to kill a Johnny. All at a Johnny. Do I even bother blocking is a good question. I guess I'm fine if they want to. This forces them to sack Ravager if they want to keep both. No, of course not. All right, a Johnny off the top would be sweet. Galvanic Discharge. Oh. Like I don't even necessarily care. Like the 1/1 might be better than removing a random thing. That one is interesting. I think I just want to get rid of this now. Pass the turn. Opponent still doesn't have enough artifacts in play to kill me in one swing. But they will get to attack with some amount of these. And even like going for it is dangerous because of the bombardment. Unless it's on like Pinnacle Emissary. Actually, I wonder. Opponent, opponent, opponent. What are we thinking? What are we going to do? So, depending on what they decide to do, what they have, a Johnny, that'd be second a Johnny is lethal. Gas for 0 is hella awkward. Attack. See what our opponent does. They just, all right, they don't even sack it to Ravager. Have one card left. It's on my graveyard, fine. Start eating their 0s and then do Ravager. I don't know if they're just gonna keep Ravagers a 10/10. I mean, because with what we have on board, I mean, they could just activate the engineered explosives. I guess they're not like forced to sacrifice it now. Non-land permanent. All right, our opponent is going to have to play pretty fast. Oh. Draw 2. That sucks. All right, I mean, that's fine because we can just Wrath X2. Oh my god, and they had Shadow Spear as their top card. Oh my god, dude, we are just not destined to. We are not destined to win. Man, that's exactly 13. I mean, they could also. It ends up being neutral. Wow, dude, that is insane. That's exactly lethal. Oh my god, that is a heartbreaker, dude, because they were so done. Like, that card in specific. That one. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Shit. That goes hard, man. All right. Yep, I would like to play first. See what our opponent decides to do. Mulls the 6, so that's good for us. Raven Charm. Raven Charm, eh? Raven Charm, eh? Alright, opponent. Do your worst. Oh, so they just have the... They floated mana and then... So they could Metallic Rebuke. Can we... Yep. Can't do that. And for 1... I don't know what our... Like, why float the blue mana? Whip Flare. Sure. Parlor. Ugh. Bombardment is like... Get this down. Try to find another land, and then we could Voice of Victory. So then they play the dude now, the turtle. Hmm. I throw it now and throw it now. Make a cat dome them. We don't gain. We don't make the token. And I guess it just like leaves us vulnerable to them playing an artifact. Kappa can just hit this and kill it. Emery in there. Explosives on 0. Nice. My god, dude. Like, these draws have been kind of awesome for our opponent. Play land. If I Thraben Charm, I'm better off probably just killing this. Yeah. Three, 7, 8, 9. So this should be like make a bunch of tokens. I'm not even gonna say like what they need to like try to win the game this turn because I'm sure it'll probably happen. So if we get to do the thing, I would definitely want to stack this first so then I can double and then sack. No. No, I don't think we need spells either. Oh my lordy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. All right, we're good. I'm tilted enough. All right. Well, thanks y'all for hanging out. Somehow the format that I think I've played the most of finds the way to betray me, and then the one that I'm a newcomer to slightly rewards me. But oh well. All right. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. Yeah, we'll be back another time, I guess, because